Welcome everyone to the stream today. Buttoning up this machine here, doing final programming on it and things like that, getting it ready to get shipped out. So that's what I'll be accomplishing on this machine today. That's probably just the way they got it printed. That R. That's what I'm assuming. That's the way they probably wanted it printed up on there. I'm assuming you're probably talking up here with the like R's. They probably picked that way that they wanted that printed up on their marquee. Just trying to get the whole machine in the picture here, but kind of want so you guys can see kind of what I'm doing too here. So maybe I'll just kind of go like that for now. Trying to give you guys a better view of what's going on here. Welcome everybody to the stream. Doing final programming and testing on the Star Wars machine to get it out. Problem solved there. What's up? How we doing? What's up, Loose Cannon? Yep, happy Thursday to everyone. Welcome, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll try to answer them the best that I can. up, Joe? What I'm doing right now is I'm just editing the script in here so the guns work for these free games. Yeah, this one, this Star Wars machine is pretty unique and different. No, this is not the XL. This is our standard. XL probably won't be up and running probably for another couple weeks. Just finished getting built. So it's probably going to be getting painted here in the near future and then hopefully finished soon. So I would imagine in the up and coming weeks we should have the Mega Kid XL hopefully finished. This is just our standard Mega Cage with a 50-inch LG TV in it. This particular model obviously doesn't have an active marquee in it. This customer went with RGB buttons and joysticks with the Battleship style box. I mean, yeah, an i5 with a 1660 is going to run everything perfectly fine. I know for some more of your higher end PC games, if you're into those and like to mess around with graphics settings and things like that, it's probably a good option if you're looking for more of the higher end PC games. You're going to get obviously a little bit better performance out of an i7, faster processing speed. Typically, with everything that we set up on here is 1920 by 1080, so 1660 is going to work just fine and do everything fine. But if you're looking to have that upgraded PC for the future or higher end games and things like that, it might be a good option. Personally, if I were to purchase a Megacade or get a Megacade or any machine from here, I would just go with the upgraded computer. But I understand for people that don't have the extra money to do that. But you can certainly in the future too, you can always upgrade your computer too as well. Like I said, all that should run just fine with our normal. Yeah, David just kind of explained the same thing. Like I said, our base computer, like he was saying, is going to run the majority of everything on here just fine. It's just some of those higher end PC games. I know like Cyberpunk is like one that I know has difficulties running with the 1660. There's probably a couple other ones on there, but that's more for like I was saying again, like your higher end PC games. Yeah, there you go. David, I don't know if you're kind of reading there, but David's kind of chiming in with some of the stuff as well. Yeah, so it's just more if you're like more into like playing around with graphic settings, doing that ray tracing, like he's saying on there. You can always, like I said, you can always upgrade in the future too. Um, it's just your kind of personal preference. But again, if I were to get one, I would just get the upgraded computer. To be honest with you. That's just my personal preference. Yeah, so yeah, again, like you were saying, more of the Steam games I know will probably Yeah, and with our new, we kind of did a little more updates on our drives. We do have an added keyboard function now on our desktop here, which is really nice. I don't know if you guys can see it as of right now, but I kind of brought that little keyboard on there, which is kind of nice for some folks that don't have a keyboard, which is really nice now that this function is on here. Really handy to, search internet or do some programming things and extras like that. Obviously, again, if you don't have a keyboard, it's a nice function to have. Yeah. Yeah, so typing in Windows stuff or for games or anything to do with on your desktop, it's nice to have that instead of having to plug in a keyboard. I find it really nice, obviously, for here not having to plug in a keyboard, and I can just go into this and do what I need to do for, bringing up for your internet to type in your internet password and things like that. So it's a nice added function that we added. I really like it. It's nice. Yeah, I'm just going to get into doing final programming here. So I'm just going to get into launching Big Box. I did all the programming with the RGB, tested all the buttons and everything, calibrated the Tron stick, got the guns all working and calibrated as well. So I'm just going to get into launching Big Box here and get into final programming. What do you guys think of the color scheme I picked out for this? Sorry at the camera again. My blue, red, green, and pink. We're just going to go into MAME right now and program things for the Tron stick, the spinner. Make sure those games that use that in Arctic Classics are programmed in. Yeah, nothing new or fancy to show off this week as far as like machines go. We got both the RGB and that Ultimate pedestal done. Sold the RGB Cade as of right now. I think we've got another one that's going to be coming up, so that'll be interesting to do that. On top, I think we have one that's going to be getting done with artwork on it too. So those will be coming up in the future as well. No new LED molding or anything. I'm pretty sure you were watching. I don't know if Loose Cannon did you watch and see the RGB Cade? Yeah, that's the only new molding that we have as of right now. It's the RGB stuff that I did on the last stream. I think last week I showed it. So this seems to be working really well. Afterburner for the Tron stick here. Just make sure that's working. another one that I usually program in for the Tron stick. Is make sure this is working here. There. I'm just gonna go into a four-way game too, make sure the four-way is working. I like to do Mr. Do for a four-way game. Won't buy it. Oh. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. Again, I'll try to answer them the best that I can. So for Steam games, obviously you would have to have, you'd have to create a Steam account to play the Steam games on there. It's basically like the PC version of, like PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah, you can download the games onto there, and then I believe you can add them to your collection. I believe. David might have a better answer on how to do that. I'm still learning on how to add games and stuff to Big Box. I know that's one of the things I need to learn on how to do is add the games and things like that. So eventually, I'm sure I'll get trained up on how to do that, and I'll make a tutorial video on how to do that as well. But I know you'd have to create an account, and then you can go obviously into your account, and I believe yes, you can add games right to your desktop, and I believe you can even put those games into Big Box. Yeah, you would have to create your own account for this Steam stuff. Yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm not too familiar with the Steam stuff. That's something again like I gotta learn. You might want to email David on exactly how all that works. But I believe, like I was saying, you can create your own account and things like that. And then I know you can obviously download the games onto your hard drive. And then you could, obviously they would be on your desktop, and then I believe you could add them into your library. I just don't know how all that works. You probably want to email David again or talk to David on how to do all that stuff. Hopefully that kind of answered your question a little bit as far as that goes. Chad. Yeah, yours is in final production right now. He was just doing programming and things on it. Yours was the comic with the arcade, and you have the drawer, I'm assuming. Yeah, we can go and we can go check it out. Jimmer's working on it right now, so he's just doing final programming on it, and then it'll get to me, and then I'll do the quality checking just to make sure everything's done properly and everything's good for you. But this guy wanted to see his machine here. So yeah, right now, like I was saying, Jimmer's working on it right here. He's tightening everything up for you. Got your artwork and everything on. Yep, just doing some tightening up on joysticks and buttons and things like that. There you go, bud. I'm kind of see it. There you go. I know. I'm kind of peek. I'll kind of give you a peek inside there too. Yeah, you went with RGB. Love the RGB. Kind of can let you peek in the back here too. Kind of see how everything's kind of nice and tidy in there. Yeah, these are the colors he picked right now with your RGB. So it looks like he went with blue player 1, red player 2, and then kind of yellow. Looks good with the comic background that he went with, obviously, because he got the blue and the red and the yellow in there. Yeah, it turned out really nice. Real nice cab. Like it. I believe it's going to be Machine of the Week, right? Yeah. So we'll be making a Machine of the Week video on that probably later on here. But there you go, bud. Come back over here though. Hopefully everything's looking good for you there, Chad. Again, it's in final. He's doing final programming and things on it, and like I said, and then he'll come to me and I'll do quality checking from there, and then hopefully get it shipped out by tomorrow, hopefully, or get it tidied up and get it ready for shipping, anyways. keep on doing final programming on this. So basically, when I start doing the final programming, I start at Arcade Classics and work my way down. So I gotta go into gun games, make sure some gun games are working, the guns are working. I usually go into the couple games that I have to go and edit the script in. So I know like Lost World is one, LA Machine Guns is another one. So typically I'll just go on. Just gonna do the dual weld on these. So this is Jurassic Park Lost World. Oh, alright. So everything looks like it's working good there. Just gonna go into one more gun game just to make sure everything's good here. I got it. So this is Hollywood Rabbit, one of the newer shooters that we put on here. Everything seems to be working really well. So I'm just going to move on to the next thing here. I'm going to the golf collection, make sure everything's good in here, make sure the trackball's working. Pizza time. Yeah, right. Yeah, I didn't get to eat lunch this time beforehand. I was helping one of our computer guys try to fit what was that, a 4090 into a case. I had to do a little bit of customizing on a bracket to get a 4090 to fit in one of the cases. I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think a lot of the guys here have tattoos. I don't think anybody else does. Eric, yeah, Eric would be the only other guy, and he works in woods. I only have the ones on my elbows. I don't think anybody else has any like arcade or game related tattoos, I believe, working here as of right now.
Nick has a couple tattoos I wouldn't call them game related.
Okay.
There's mountains on his wrist.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, he works in woods. Eric does. And there was maybe one other person here that might have a couple other tattoos. But again, I don't know if they're game related or anything like that. Yeah, I can check here. Just give me 1 second. I'll check to see if that game is in our library. And if you're looking to add that game as well, you could always email David, and he can look to see adding that game on our newest expansion, Drive B, which hopefully will come out sometime soon. But if it's not on here, like I said, you can ask him, and he can get it. Wizard of Walls. Yeah, just give me 1 second. So if you guys are on your main wheel here, if you hit your player to coin, it will bring up the search bar here. So I'm just gonna search for the game quick. Wizard of Walls. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have that game in our library, unfortunately. But like I said, if you email David on it too, he can add that game. Typically, he can get those games and add them. And it'll be on, like I said, our newest expansion that will be coming out soon. I'll just type in Blizzard once. Billy the Wizard. Pinball, Dark Wizard, Wizard of Warriors, Dizzy Wizard, Wizard of the Princess, Legacy of the Wizard, Wizard, Pinball Wizard, Ultimate Wizard. Yeah, this sounds like all the Wizard games that we have on here. Yeah, so we do have the classic, it looks like you were saying. So it looks like there's a couple different versions of that. So there's the Wizard of War, or what, however you say that. There you go. David just said he's going to add that game to Drive B for you, Joe. So I'm just going to keep going, you guys. I'm going to go down to now this this customer is getting 4 Xbox controllers, so I'm going to get into that and do adding the 3 and 4 controllers on the systems, obviously, that can have up to 4 players. I'm just going to get a Nintendo 64 here. Typically, I go into Mario Kart, but I'm going to get the controllers quick, get them synced up here, and program those in. Player 1. Player 2. And typically when you sync these, I just sync them in order. 1 through 4. Because when I get these programmed in, these should stick as 1, 2, 3, and 4. So typically what I do when people have up to 4 controllers, I typically open up the battery case and mark like 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then typically I write just a little note on there stating that I did that. So that's what, 3, do our last one. So I'm just going to bring up the emulator. That's where we're going to have to go to add controllers 3 and 4. Sometimes if the emulator doesn't pop up in this window, you might have to back out to the desktop. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it pops up there, sometimes it won't. The majority of the time it just pops up for me when I'm in big box. So again, I'm just going to go through and add players 3 and 4. Because 1 and 2 are typically already set up. This one, and apply. Now I'm just going to go into Nintendo 64 Mario Kart here, just to make sure that they are working. Since I started the stream about 5 minutes later, I'll go 5 minutes past the typical time I do. So we have about like 10 more minutes, you guys, left up on the stream today. Let me know if you have any other questions. Everything seems to be working good there. I'm just going to back out and go to the next one. So GameCube is another one that would be 4 players. The Ultimate Pedestal, you guys, is still for sale with the chrome wrap too as well. Again, I'm just gonna go again quick, just make sure they're working. Yeah, the RGB molding, it basically just uses our same remote. It's not like programmable as far as like programming it through the machine. It just has a remote. And then this remote obviously controls like different sequences, just standard colors, you know, like white, red, blue, stuff like that. Change the brightness on it. You can change how fast the sequence will go around it. So it just is basically by remote. That's how you would work the trim. We're going into RetroArch right now. Typically, there's only a lot of the RetroArch games are only 2 players. So I'm just going in, making sure that those are programmed right or set up right. And then again, I'll just load a game quick, make sure they're coming up right and working. So it looks like everything's good here with these controllers and RetroArch. Switch as well, make sure that's all set up too. So with these, you pretty much just have to connect the controller and then change it to whatever Xbox controller. And typically with this one, I don't go in the game. Because usually if it's working in the emulator, it's going to work in the game. Make sure I got everything good. Okay. Switch is all done. And then Wii U is the last 4 player. Yeah. Wii U. For this one, you actually have to go in and make sure you add X input for these, and then I put it on Pro Controller. Yeah, I should have a tutorial video on our YouTube channel on how to go into the Switch, into the emulators and do all that. I believe I have one for every. And I'm just going to fix a couple of buttons here. What's being used for the lightsaber lighting? They're just neon ropes. So those we didn't make color changing. Those are just red neon rope and a blue neon rope on each side. And then actually the Death Star part of it, that you can change any color. I used our neon ring. I used what we use here typically for neon rings. I used part of that, and then I actually had to cut it a bunch of times and splice all that together. But that does use one of our neon ring remotes, and you'd be able to change the Death Star on that different colors if you'd like. But the lightsabers are just red and blue. I'm sure if we build another one of those, we'll probably end up putting an active marquee in the next one on that lightsaber machine. And again, with the Wii U, I'm just going to go in. I like to go into Mario Kart and just make sure, again, that they're working. Typically, like I've said, if they're working in the emulator, they should be working in game. But it's always nice just to double check to make sure nothing's messed up, everything's working properly. Yeah, no, I just meant like the Star Wars, the poly inlay that we did up top on there. We had probably just swapped that out and put an active mark, build it for an active marquee. Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant by that, you guys. Yeah, we didn't, like I said, again, we didn't do anything fancy with the lightsabers. Maybe on the next one we could do something a little different with them. We just kind of stuck with the red and the blue and just kind of made it a little bit simpler with those. But I'm sure on the next one we can experiment and do different things with the lightsabers. Maybe we could use the neon rings lighting in there, and then you could get in and you could change the colors or have it do different things. Yeah, so they just light up red and blue, you guys, right now, the lightsaber machine. Like I said, on the next one, we could probably experiment and do something a little different with it. So all those are set up for 4. Usually I go into PlayStation because I have 4 controllers. And typically, if you do the PlayStation one, I know the PlayStation emulator will change 1 and 2 to like 3 and 2 for some reason in the PlayStation when you have 4 Xbox controllers. So I just go into here and make sure that they are going to work 1 and 2 because, like I said, I typically like to label controllers when you have up to 4 of them. Yeah, some of that stuff can be tricky with the lighting effects and obviously, like, you got to drill holes through the whole side of the machine. Like with the lightsaber, that got split all the way through the machine, so obviously we could slide the lighting in there. So like doing like different lighting effects and stuff like that can kind of be challenging. But again, we're always willing to try to experiment and do things and see if we can't make them work. Yeah, the Deadpool bullets pulsating would be cool, and the Wolverine claw would be cool. For sure. I'll probably just end up letting the stream go here until I'm pretty much finished with this, you guys. So keep your questions coming. Again, I'll try to answer them the best that I can. I'm pretty much almost done with this machine as far as programming and testing go. That would be a question for David. I don't know what all games are on there as of right now. Yeah, that's kind of how we did the lightsabers. We did the lights, and then we did the plexiglass over that, and then we sanded the plexiglass to kind of give it that fog look. After Dark 4D. I mean, I can check because the games that he has added will be on the drive, on the obviously like on your boot drive and things like that. The images and the name of the title, but obviously the games are going to play. I can check here to see if it's on here, but David would know if After Dark 4D is going to be on Expansion B, and if it's not, I'm sure he can add that. Arcade Adam has it, and he could have added that himself, you guys. Arcade Adam. Probably do. Like one of the Walt ones again. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll get like a brand new bit and I'll drill it in and it'll literally snap the whole thing.
Maybe I'll have to do that. No, I want to buy a new machine. Yeah, that's all right. You could always maybe try to sell yours and get another one, or save up and get another one. What's our current build time after the artwork is finalized? Do we know?
I want to say David's estimating like a month and a half.
So like probably like 2 months, I would say, after your artwork is finalized, to be safe. Probably like 2 months, 1.5 to 2 months. I would give it once your artwork is done and finalized and ready. And we still are having our pre-built sale. I believe our sale on pre-built and things like that on our website. So you can guys go check that out. I believe the sale ends at the end of this month. So go check out our website, see what we have available.